Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about Constantine, House of Mystery. So this was an animated short from DC. Animated shorts were very popular back when they first started their animated universe, when they were doing more classic movies and stuff. I really enjoyed those a lot. And so those will last no more but probably like 10 minutes or so, but they're animated shorts were for their C and D lister heroes that weren't good enough to get their own TV series or movie. So they'll make like a little teeny tiny movie and put it in like a short, and then they'll add it to like whatever DVD that was coming out at that time. Then they decided to make a full length short. It was about 20-30 minutes of what was it, like Captain Marvel, Superman versus Black Adam. I forgot the name of the title, but it was a really good short, and it was the longest one they had that time and stuff. And so then they had a combination of all their shorts in that Shazam one. And so they continued it afterwards with other shorts, like the Catwoman. But the Catwoman one was too sexualized and everything. Like it was just like it really was no point to it. It was just her rescuing Holly and everything, and Holly Robinson, and it was just, I don't know. It was just like her always showing her cleavage, and just, I don't know. It was just wasn't that great in my opinion. Excuse me. And so some of the shorts were they were pretty good, but they were cool, you know what I'm saying? Some people liked them, some people didn't. And so when they started the new 52 movies, they stopped making the shorts for a very long time. And James Tucker, who was in charge of the new 52 movie because Bruce Timm had stepped down, he said he wanted to start bringing them back. And so he did with Nightwing and Damian Wayne as Robin. And it was just like a 45-second short of them fighting and no dialogue whatsoever. And it was kind of like a pointless short, but it was still cool to see them fight. But it had no dialogue, it had no substance. They were just stopping bad guys and stuff like that. And so after that, they started continuing the shorts with more D and C lists, even I would even say F listing, heroes that I've never even heard of and stuff. The castle, I think it was, what was it, Castle Rock or something like that, or Captain Rock, or Sergeant Rock or something like that. That was pretty cool and everything. But the other ones I just could not get into and stuff. And so, but they continued, and I guess it started being more popular, so they're continuing doing it, but no telling for how long and everything. And the latest one is one that slipped my notice until I was on YouTube, and then one person was talking about um this movie right here. I'm just like, wait, when did this come out? I don't remember this coming out. And so since I have HBO Max again, I decided to check it out. Boy, this was a jacked up movie. Not in a terrible way, but just what happens to Constantine. You feel sad for him and everything. And so you really just feel sad for him and stuff. And when it comes to Constantine, I have a love-hate relationship to him. It's like they had that Keanu Reeves one years ago that I've never seen, but I heard it was so different from what the comic is like and stuff. And then so finally they had that Constantine show on NBC, and I did not like that show whatsoever, because I felt like they needed more CGI magical looking stuff to help the show go along. But mostly it was old school, kind of like The Craft, where they was just chanting and really no CGI of anything was going on with the demonic stuff. So that got canceled after one season. And then he made his way on over to, I don't know if it was animation first or the Arrowverse first, but he showed up in Arrow, and I don't remember that episode. And then he joined Legends of Tomorrow, and I don't watch Legends, so I never knew what he was doing. Now, the actor who plays him, I like him and everything. He's cool, and he's a favorite for a lot of people. Then they came out with that Constantine animated movie, and I remember at the time I did not like it, and I stopped. I'm gonna finish watching it and see if I like it or not. And then after that, he was in Justice League Dark. And Justice League Dark is different from the regular Justice League. Basically, they're demons and sorcerers that are form their own Justice League and fight more demonic type stuff. And they shoehorn Batman in there. And I did not like that movie whatsoever. But then all of a sudden, Justice League Dark Apocalypse, I like that movie. Or Apocalypse War, I can't remember which one it's called. I like that movie a lot. And that's when I started liking the John Constantine character. And so it took all that time for them to just, to end their New 52 movies and stuff. So basically what this movie is, it's a bridge between the New 52 and the Tomorrowverse. Now, personally, I don't like the Tomorrowverse. I can't get into it. And as for the New 52 movies, it was like hit or miss for me. Some were really good and others just weren't. And so this is the result of what happened after the Apocalypse War movie, because people was kind of wondering what exactly happened. Well, they just started with the Tomorrowverse, but apparently Constantine is being punished for it. So he's in like the house of mystery, but he has no idea. He's around his friends and his loved ones, and him and Santana, they made like kids and everything. Everything's going well until they all turn to demons and start killing him. Then it started happening again and again, and all of a sudden, the Spectre pulls him out. And so he realizes he's in the house of mystery, but he doesn't understand why. Spectre, which I love the Spectre. He came out first in the animated shorts years ago, and I've liked every version of him, except for the one on the Arrowverse. I didn't like that one. I did not like Green Arrow being Spectre either. Anyway. He tells them this is your penance and everything for resetting history and disturbing the balance and everything. And so basically, if you don't know what happened, is that in Justice League Flashpoint, Flash decided to save his mom by going back in time. This caused a ripple effect of time for events to like shift out of place dramatically. And the world was pretty much coming to an end. And so what he had to do is reset time again and watch his mother die in order for everything to go back normal. However, it didn't, and it created New 52. Now, in the comic books, it's more complex because there's a character that explains why we're merging both these universes together. And so, like, they didn't do that in the animated movie. We were just supposed to expect, okay, the New 52's here. So then they did the New 52 for a good while until they realized something. Fans hate these movies as much as they hate the New 52 comics. So they wanted to get rid of it and do the Tomorrowverse. And so they decided, okay, we're going to end everything in the Apocalypse War movie. And so that had a huge effect on Earth, to where I think half of the Earth was like blown, like a chunk of it was like blown out. It was drifting further and further away from the sun. And so like half the heroes are dead or they've been roboticized and everything. Only a few of them still look normal. They're like half the population of Earth is like dead. And all the heroes were in a very dire spot, and they're all like, no matter what, the Earth is gonna die because we're running out of food, running out of water, and the Earth is slowly freezing itself. And so they didn't know what they was gonna do, being like they won, but they was also defeated at the same time. So Constantine, he realized this all started because the Flash reset time a long time ago twice. And he tells the Flash, you have to create another flashpoint. That's the only way it's going to save us all. And they'll be different in their new universe with new personalities and everything and a new purpose, but at least they will survive and everything in this weird, like, parallel universe type thing. So the Flash, he runs out into like the water and he resets time. And we never knew And we never knew what happened after that. Because after that, they started with like a Superman movie, and it was completely different origin, completely different art style and everything. So these New 52, they kept the same art style. Back in the classic older movies, they changed up the art style and the voices and stuff. But in the New 52, they wanted to create their own MCU type thing. So when we see Constantine in the beginning of this movie, he's in his New 52 look and he's narrating, but then all of a sudden he's in his Tomorrowverse look. He looks completely different. He looks kind of like a drunken homeless man, kind of, and everything. I don't like his Tomorrowverse look. His New 52 look was cool. But anyway, and so he tells them, this is your fault for disturbing the balance and all this other stuff. So you must like be punished and everything for eternity. Shouldn't he punish the Flash instead? Because all Constantine wanted for everybody to live instead of for everybody to die a slow, painful death. And so that's why he had Flash reset the time a third time. And so, like, but wouldn't he have to punish the Flash instead? But I don't know why he didn't. So this movie is basically torture porn and everything. Every day it's a loop. Constantine's around his friends, they're normal, they turn to demons, and then they start killing him and everything. And they kill him in a very brutal way each time. He's able to fight them off every now and then, but it keeps repeating itself and repeating itself and repeating itself. And he's getting fed up with this. So he tricked Spectre into telling, like, he tells them, don't you think there's other people who want my soul and everything? And they are. There's three demons that he sold his soul to and everything, and they all want to collect. So they barge into the House of Mystery, creating the opening, and then they start fighting each other. And once they want his soul, but then he traps them in some kind of like magical thing, and then he escapes. When he escapes, the Spectre captures him again. And he's all like, why? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you causing my loved ones to turn into demons and like kill me over and over and over again? And Spectre tells him it's not and everything. He's all like, I did not want this life for you. I wanted you to live a peaceful, normal existence for eternity, for like saving everybody and blah, 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 stuff like that. And you were supposed to like live out with your friends, your love interest. Y'all were supposed to have magical imaginary kids, and you were supposed to live your life out in peace. But this is a result to you because your mind is damaged. You blame yourself for all of this, for all the crap you have done in your life. That has twisted this reality and caused your friends to become demons and da 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 and stuff like that. So in a very sad way, he's all like, my God, this is my fault. And I deserve this like punishment and everything. I can't believe like, my grief and pain and all this misery over the years has caused all this because he's a broken man. And so Spectre's all like, I must return you to the House of Mystery. And he begs the Spectre just to like kill him and everything. He doesn't want to go back into the House of Mystery where he's going to be tortured for eternity. But he ends up being, and then it ends. And that's like so jacked up. It's like you feel so sad for this dude. All he wanted was like the keep people alive in a different like universe that will be created and stuff. And he has to suffer because he's just not a happy man and everything. And the fact that he begged Spectre just to kill him just straight off and everything, he wouldn't. God, just think he's going to be tortured forever and ever and ever and ever. And that's a very jacked up way to live the rest of eternity and everything. And so, yeah, like this movie doesn't really feel like a movie. Like it's pretty short. I'm not sure how long because HBO Max never tells you how many minutes has passed. It just tells you how many minutes you have left. And so, like, this didn't really feel like a movie. It really didn't even feel like an anime short. It just felt like a special announcement type thing and stuff, But it's sad. Like he's like, the what's his name? Chief O'Brien of like the DC universe and everything. Always getting tortured. Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.